Madam Secretary, what is the official stand of the DOH on the wearing of face masks outdoors?
Madam Secretary.
Madam Vice Chairperson and Congressman Lagman, when the position of the department is for us to continue the wearing of the face mask still outdoors, but during the interagency task force meeting, several evidences were presented by the other sectors. And for us to meet that compromise because of that collegial agreements between and among the members, we said that it can be, because there was this WHO also pronouncement last May, that masking can be focused on those most vulnerable. So we did that compromise whereby we have agreed that the masking outdoors will be lifted only among low-risk individuals and low-risk settings. So meaning, sir, that masking will just be optional for those who are non-vulnerable. Hindi po pwede sa senior citizens, hindi po pwede dun sa may sakit, hindi po pwede sa mga bata, sa transport sector, and dapat hindi po crowded ang lugar, tsaka maayos po ang daloy ng hangin.
So in other words, like legislation, the wearing of face masks outdoors can be a subject of compromise.
Madam Secretary.
We balance, Congressman Lagman and Madam Vice Chairperson, the perspective of health and the perspective of economy. And the Department of Health, as having that mandate to protect the population from ill health, not really to compromise, but for us to ensure that even if we lift the masking, we can still protect the most vulnerable, who are the most are the ones which we are protecting from getting admitted or getting severe. So it's not really about it's not really compromising, but just balancing the decisions made as one government approach to COVID-19.
Okay. I use compromise because I pick it up from your own statement. Okay. Now, how many Filipinos have died of COVID-19 and its complications since the onslaught of the pandemic?
Yes, Madam Vice Chairperson and Congressman Lagman, we have around 62,249 deaths cumulative from the start of the pandemic, Congressman.
And how many of that number belong to the medical profession and related vocations?
Madam Vice Chairperson, can we recognize Director Thea de Guzman from our Epidemiology Bureau?
Director de Guzman.
Good morning, Madam Chair. Yes, Congressman, we have recorded a total of 125 healthcare worker deaths. This comprises around 0.4% of the total 33,000 healthcare worker cases since the start of the pandemic.
It's a very small number.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Although the majority of these deaths occurred in 2020 po.
Anyway.
But starting 2021, as well as with the introduction of our vaccines, we have seen significantly lower number.
Could you please submit to us the data?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Since the beginning of the pandemic.
Yes.
Okay. There were newspaper accounts several weeks ago that the wall of immunity is declining, if not crumbling. What is meant by that?
Yes, Madam Secretary.
Yes, Madam Vice Chairperson and Congressman Lagman. Yes, there had been evidences already that the immunity has been affected because of the subvariant Omicron. So the immunity that we had for our first 2 doses of our vaccines was affected, and therefore it is based on the evidence that the immunity is already waning, and based on the assumptions of our experts right now, that by this time, towards the end of the year, because progressive po yung mga nababakunahan for pag hindi pa ho nag-receive ng first booster, yun pong ating eligible population, the immunity of the population will wane, and therefore there will be increase in the admissions in our hospitals.
I'd like to ask kung bakit merong kaltas dun sa assistance to indigent patients? At sino po yung nag-propose nung kaltas dun sa funding na ito? Kasi mula sa 4.93 billion sa GAA 2022, ito ay nasa 4.66 na lang billion pesos for NAP.
Madam Secretary.
Yes, Madam Vice Chairperson, according to our unit, it was returned back or reverted back by the Department of Budget and Management to the NEP level of 2022.
Ibig sabihin DBM ba yung nagkaltas?
Yes, yes po. It was proposed and then it was reverted back by the Department of Budget and Management to the 2022 level.
Okay. Madam Chair, does DOH have an estimate kung ilang may hirap na mga pasyente yung pwedeng maapektuhan ng ganitong difference sa GA 2022 tsaka yung NEP 2023?
Madam Vice Chairperson and Kong, we peg our medical assistance to our indigents at 10,000 pesos per individual. So if we are looking at this cut, so we multiply it with 10,000, then that's kinukuha po namin ngayon yung numbers that might be affected.
Okay. So kung yung difference kasi natin ay nasa 271 million pesos, tapos yung assistance na nabanggit ay 10,000, tama po ba? So kung i-compute natin yon, nasa 27,000 patients yung maaapektuhan, no? Which means ganito kadami yung pwedeng ma-deprive ng medical services kung matuloy yung ganitong proposal. Tapos napansin din natin para sa ating GOCC hospitals na walang budget for locally funded projects. Can DOH confirm this?
Madam Secretary.
Yes, Madam Vice Chairperson and Congressman, may I refer the question to Director Nene Gorgolon for the locally funded projects, Madam Chairperson.
Director Cordulon, you are recognized.
Good morning, Madam Chair, and good morning, Honorables. We have locally funded project for GOCC, but we will just submit the appropriation, sir. We have locally funded for NKTI, PCMC, Philippine Heart Center, and Lung Center po. It's basically infrastructure and equipment po. Thank you very much. But we will submit po the allocation.
Okay. Yung mga nabanggit ba yan ay merong pondo this year or wala?
For infrastructure and equipment, yes, sir. Meron po.
Pero for next year, wala.
They also have, but for this year, it's just a matter of directly sub-allotting to them because of some documentary requirements. But they have funding for 2022 and 2023 po, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Okay. I would like to request na lang din, Madam Chair, no, yung data tungkol dun sa corporate operating budget ng ating GOCC hospitals. Tapos yung comparison din no, dun sa budget this year tsaka yung next year, Madam Chair.
Madam Secretary, kindly take note of the data request.
We will be submitting, sir and Madam Vice Chairperson, within the day by the end of the office hours today, sir.
Okay. Meron bang mga proposal yung ating GOCC hospitals for locally funded projects na nanganganib na pwedeng hindi magkaroon ng pondo next year?
Madam Vice Chairperson, I'll refer you to the Director Nene Gorgolon.
Director Gorgolon.
Yeah, sir. Actually, the proposal for all the hospitals, not only for GOCC amounting to 40 billion for 2023, but for DOH Hospital, we only received 11 billion. So it's 1/4 of the total proposed project. So talagang po, it's not only GOCC na talagang nakulangan ng ang budget, but for the rest of the 84 hospitals po. Salamat po.
Madam Chair, dun sa pondo for capital outlay, may bahagi ba doon para sa pagpapatayo ng mga barangay health stations for 2023?
Madam Vice Chairperson, yes, we just like to confirm that there are budget, no? So we have 2 billion that will be spent for barangay health stations at 1,266 facilities.
Madam Chair, magkano yung average na cost para sa bawat barangay health station?
Madam Vice Chairperson, again, I refer to the Director Nene Gorgolo.
Director Gorgolon.
Yeah, Madam Chair and Your Honors. Actually, for the barangay health station, we cost it at 1.5 million to 2 million, depending on the location, especially for those BHS in GIDA area. So it's really from 1.5 to 2 million po. New construction. But in the proposal, we also have this upgrading and completion for those barangay health station previously constructed 1 year ago. Thank you very much.
Okay. Sunod, Madam Chair, meron ba tayong breakdown kung ilan ngayon sa ating mga barangay health stations yung for completion, for upgrading, tsaka for repair?
Secretary.
Yes, Madam Chair, may I refer again to Director Nene Gorgolo.
Yes, sir. Your Honors, we have the list and we can submit po. So particularly for 2023, for the total 1,268 barangay station, the new construction will be 315 and the completion will be 951 po. And we have the list. Thank you very much.
Si Madam Chair, final manifestation na lang, no, na yun nga, given na tayo pa rin naman ay nasa road to recovery sa pandemya, tapos yung aim din natin na i-address yung iba pang mga sakit at ibang aspeto din ng kalusugan, physical man or mental health sa ating bansa, kailangang umakma yung ating mga plano for this budget, kung ano din yung pronouncements ng ating national government. Dapat mag-reflect yan sa kung ano yung ating ibibigay na pondo para sa Department of Health. Lamang, Madam Chair, salamat.
Yes. Ano yung doon sa 890 billion, sabi nyo, i-multiply nyo by 44%. Yun yung sagot doon sa tanong ni Rep. Brosas. Tama po, Rep. Brosas?
Yes, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, gusto ko lang sabihin kung 40.7% ang out-of-pocket expense ng ating mga mamamayan, ano na lang ang naiambag ng health, ng PhilHealth sa kabuuan ng pangangailangan ng ating mga mamamayan. At gayon din, nagpopondo tayo ng magkano 60.82 billion para sa operation ng DOH hospitals. Hindi po ba sa bilang na ito lumalabas na mas malaki yung inilalabas ng ating mga mamamayan sa kasalukuyan? Sila kasi ngayon ay nagko-contribute sa PhilHealth. Mas malaki yung nakukuha through sa contributions ng mamamayan kesa sa pagsagot sa pangangailangan na pangkalusugan, pangkalahatan nitong inilalaan natin na magkano lang na budget ng operation ng DOH hospitals. So yun, Madam Chair, saan na naman mapupunta yung budget natin? Again, that's about, sabi nyo kanina, 33% sa PhilHealth, tapos sa DOH hospital, ilan po yan? 31%. Samantala, ang 40% plus ang out-of-pocket expense ng ating mga mamamayan. So, yun lang, Madam Chair, parang kawawa naman yung mga tao. Bayad sila ng bayad ng premium, tapos magkano yung balik sa kanila, 'di ba?
Yeah. Yes, Madam Vice Chairperson.
Madam Secretary, do you wish to respond to the manifestation?
Yes, actually, meron naman pong iba na tayong sources of assistance that we provide to our citizens. And also, we'd like to point out as well that when we compute for the out-of-pocket expenses, we need to look at the different services and individuals being included into this computation, because the out-of-pocket expenses would also include the private individuals who avail of these high-end services that can contribute also to the out-of-pocket computations of the population. Although, Congresswoman Brosas, we understand your point, and we take note of that, and we are trying our best to rationalize the sources of financing for our citizens. But what we need to do right now is to determine the out-of-pocket expenses specific to our indigent patients so that we can provide further assistance. Madam Vice Chairperson.
Rep. Rosas?
Yes, Madam Chair, kasi under the Universal Healthcare Act, dapat 'di ba mas makikinabang ang ating mga mamamayan. Kung 14 or 15% lang ang nailalaan natin para dyan, di bakit pa tayo nag-Universal Healthcare Act tapos hindi naman pala mag-out of pocket expense naman ang ating mga mamamayan. Yun po yung point ko.